Good morning, I'm Wendy Petrie and this is your morning news fix for Tuesday, the 20th of August. In this update, one man has died and 6 people are missing after the sinking of a luxury yacht off the coast of Sicily. A New Zealand citizen is confirmed to be one of 22 people on board and is understood to be one of those rescued. The 56-metre sailboat was identified as a British-registered Bayesian and sank shortly before sunrise after hitting an unexpectedly violent storm. Local fisherman Fabio told the BBC he was at the nearby dock when the storm struck and saw the ship's flare in the sea.
Once the waterspout had passed, we went out to inspect. All we saw were cushions and the rest of the boat which had sunk. We didn't find any men in the sea.
A glimmer of hope for the market as job advertisement numbers increase for the first time in almost a year. Seek says ads were up 3% in July compared to June, the first sign of growth since last August. However, country manager Rob Clark says the market is still down 29% year on year, thanks to consecutive declines. But he says some regions like the Bay of Plenty and sectors like retail and hospitality are bouncing back slightly more. Auckland Council is looking to bolster its central city safety plan with a $4 million boost to funding. It comes as a number of thefts and burglaries have halved in the city since January last year. This Council Regulatory and Safety Committee has approved the new plan, which would enhance the City Watch program and improve central city lighting and security cameras. Committee Chair Josephine Bartley says the public has noticed the difference already.
They see, all these hivers out there and it gives them a sense of safety. So that's the main thing, is we want people to feel safe.
But another Auckland councillor says Pakuranga is not the place it used to be. A man died soon after being found inside a vehicle with a gunshot wound on the area's Marvin Downs Avenue yesterday morning. Police have launched a homicide investigation and are yet to track down any suspects. Howick councillor Maurice Williamson says there are growing examples that Pakuranga has changed. New Zealand's fertility rate continues to fall. Stats NZ data shows it's fallen from 1.6 births per woman last year to 1.53 this year. Infometrics principal economist Nick Brunsden says at the same time our population under 5 is falling, our rate of 75 to 79-year-olds is increasing. He says part of the falling birth rate is due to more women working.
They have to work because our houses have become that much more unaffordable since the 80s, and so the conditions for having one kid or 2 or 3 are quite different to what they were.
The Philip Polkinghorne murder trial will resume today. Testimony was paused yesterday while Polkinghorne's lawyer attended an unrelated case in the Supreme Court. To sport, and former triathlete Rick Wells is applauding the growing rivalry between Alex Yee and Hayden Wilde after Yee's latest come-from-behind win at the tri event in Boston, identical to his win at the Olympics. Warriors utility Chanel Harris-Tavita will be free to play in Friday's NRL game against the Bulldogs at Mount Smart, submitting an early guilty plea at a Grade 1 crusher tackle. New Zealand's Corbin Strong has finished 6th in the large bunched sprint finish on Stage 3 of cycling Vuelta a España. And Thierry Henry has stepped down as France's under-21 football coach after winning an Olympic silver medal in Paris. I'm Wendy Petrie. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.